What's up, y'all? I'm Ryan and this is So and So Farms. We're a first generation row crop operation out of southeast Missouri. We grow rice, corn, soybeans. We're in the middle of summer. We're in the middle of growing season. My partner Shane and I, we're 50-50 on this farm. His family helps on the farm. My family helps on the farm. Today is a Sunday. It's kind of an off day. We're going to chase some irrigation at some point today. Right now I'm at my house going to take care of some yard work for the first couple hours in the morning, and then we will go grab some farm work. Well, me and Coop got the yard mowed here. We're going to jump on the old Ranger. I don't know if you've seen it in action any. I got the spray tank in the back. We're going to go around some power units, spray Roundup just so we don't get snakes and I don't know, so we don't have to fight tall weeds every time we go to the power units. But we're going to head to town and get some gas and hit some fields up close to town. I like it much better after all the yard work's done. Me and Cooper got our spraying done. We might go try to find a swimming hole or something here in a minute. Then I'm sure we'll have another farm job here. We got to check wells here later, but yeah, got one chore marked off the list and need to go find another. Have the old fence post and some pallet there where I had some gaps blocked off, and I don't know, just got some cleanup to do around here. Maybe for another day or another video. Me and the boys are headed to town. We've got a few errands to run today. We got a little shower last night, not a lot, probably a couple tenths, but enough to get things wet, take the pressure off the drought a little bit. We got some rice water running still, some corn water. Corn is putting on its weight right now, so we're not shutting it down. Rice is filling the heads right now, putting on the heads, the actual grain heads. And beans are doing their thing. They're actually probably in pretty good shape. We haven't had to water beans just a ton yet, just a couple times. And really, they just like a few more times of getting all the water they need. So, actually sitting pretty good. Now our beans in the hills that were hurting so bad, they're stunted. The damage is done there. So we just got to count our losses. But we got high hopes for the rice crop, the corn crop, and the remainder of the irrigated beans. And we're going to see how that pans out. About 75 degrees this morning, like 99% humidity. And it's going to get hot today, so it's like a country sauna. But I'm out here switching some row rice. You can see this is what the row rice is looking like this year, looking great. We just watered this field down here. We're going to switch up to this field, and then when we get done, if we don't get any more rain, we'll water these two bean fields from that power unit. Pretty simple process here. We'll just kick these valves open. Oh, they're going to get hung up on me. We'll kick these valves open. And then I'll go down here to this one that's running right now and close it and move the pressure to these. That one pump station pumps all this. We do have an electric well here, but we don't use it. It doesn't pump like the big turbine does. That's called a turbine right there. You don't have to prime it or anything, but if you notice on the river, we have what's called centrifugals, and we have to prime those with a vacuum off the pickup. Got those shut down. Pressure will slowly die. Not too much to it. I took my auxiliary microphone off, so I hope it's not too windy or noisy. As that pressure starts to move up here, this pipe will fill up and we'll get all the pressure here. I'm gonna run over here and look at some beans real quick. Some irrigated beans that we have. See, we got good moisture in the dirt. We caught a couple tenths of rain last night, but beans are getting nice and big and full. I'm actually surprised with the way everything looks because of the amount of rain that we've not gotten. So God has really blessed us there. All right, on to the next one. So I wanted to show you here kind of the progression of things. Our rice is starting to head out. A lot of people don't realize how tall rice is, and I'm not very tall, but it gets about chest high. If you notice, all our rice is starting to put on its heads, and they're pretty long. I mean, they're about the length of your forearm, but this field is kind of hard to tell, but you see these lighter green spots. That's what's putting on heads, and this is the crucial part of watering, which looks like we got a rain cloud coming. Not mad about that. This is a very crucial time when it's putting on these heads. You know, for the next couple weeks, it's putting them on and it's filling the grain pods out, and it's very, very important that we keep the water on it. So Matt and I are working double time, Matt especially, but on my days home I'm working double time to make sure this water stays on, because Shane has done such a good job this year keeping it watered in the drought, and we don't want to lose his progress because we could very well mess it up. We could very well mess it up. Everything he's done up to now, if we don't keep the water on it, will kind of be in vain, because right now is the crucial time for forming those grain heads. We're going to do a little corn update here while we watch this rain cloud. Me and Braxton are going to switch from one side to the other. We water half the field and then switch to the other half because we don't have the water pressure to push it all the way down the whole field. Got a little air-cooled Deutz here, but you kind of see the progression of the corn. Probably 14, 15 feet tall. We've done some stand counts on it. Everything looks real good. So we're gonna switch this water over real quick. Remember the pressure thing. What would you do first here if you want to go to that side? All right, do it. I don't think it's tightened. All the way, real hard. I got my water switching buddy with me. That's good. A lot of times you can just kind of get a little stompy. Check our motor, just kind of make sure everything looks good. Getting pretty low on fuel. We don't have a lot of fuel left. We need to haul some fuel out here. So we do have some rain clouds looming, and it is sprinkling, but I'm not going to chance it with this corn. We're in too crucial of a stage. We're going to start the water. If it starts pouring, then I'll come turn them off. Kick this riser on, and our other risers are way over there by the corner of the trees. We'll turn them off. We relieve the pressure first before we close the other side. A little louder out here. I'm going to shut this riser now since I got the other one open. We call these risers. They're underground pipe that come from the turbine pump and the standpipe. I don't want to hear any bad comments about our power unit. She's seen her better days. I bought that from a buddy that retired from farming, and he had a little fire, but she purrs like a kitten. Poor people have poor ways. And this is one of the power units we bought this year. I'm leaving the window up because power units are loud, but it's a Fiat. It's got jacks on each corner so you can level up for the drive shaft. You want your drive shaft to be as level as possible. This is a new well that was put in on this farm this year. This farm belonged to a friend of mine, and like I said, he retired early and rented it to us. So that is $18,000 sitting there in front of you. Is it worth it? Who knows, but can't do it without it. Through the magic of hard work, we have indoor plumbing now. Trying to run all the air out of the lines, slowly but surely. I'm gonna pop any of the lines loose. Mainly checking for leaks, and we have some leaks. I don't know where that water's coming from, but I'm gonna find it. I moved my buddy's tractor up here to our shop. It was just sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. I don't want nobody messing with it. I got the 8335 and the first 9870 in here. Most of the stuff's here except for the 8270 and the 8420. 8420 is sitting out there on the bush hog, waiting to do some more mowing. The 8270 is on a Camelback pump, watering rice. Sprayers here. Matt's getting some dirt. We got a tile washed out down on one of our rice fields. We're going to take some dirt down there and take the skid steer and bury that back. But a few different things going on, but we're going to go chase some chores. When it's clicking, you stop. So that's when it locks. Put it on there. Me and Braxton are over here at the newest combine. Tire's going a little low. I don't like to let it sit on a low tire, but just a little quicker shot, better shot than what you guys got of it before. It's a 9870. It's a rice machine. A lot of times you hear people talk about, is it a rice machine or not? Because rice is very abrasive on these combines. So a rice machine will have all stainless steel on the augers and wear items and stuff like that. So here's our 9870. It matches the other one we have. Two pretty good sized combines. We've got a bunch of rice, so we definitely have the need for it. I'll shoot some air in this tire and go run some other errands. Turn a valve off on the fuel tank. We put diesel in the big tank and it's connected to the little tank, but if you put this much or more in the big tank, it will go over here unless you've got this valve closed. It will feed in from that hose and overfill this tank, and we learned that the hard way. Lost a couple hundred gallons of diesel. Diesel's $3 a gallon. You do the math. Braxton and I are probably going to jump in the semi, go over to Sikeston, Missouri to the auction house, pick up a water wagon we bought, try to limp it home. Matt got rained out earlier. He was trying to load dirt in the dump truck. It's not quite time for us to leave yet to go get that water wagon. My wife's actually headed to Sikeston. My little boy Coop, he goes to speech therapy over there, and she's going over, so I'm having her take my service truck, and she'll be over there when I go get the trailer in case I have any problems. So in the meantime, while they head to therapy, I'm going to load this dirt since it quit raining and go dump that. Then we should be ready to roll. Kind of hard to run this skid steer with one hand, but give you the idea of what's going on. I'm just trying to load some dirt up into the dump truck. Dip this ditch out at the same time. Yeah, we got the scoop cleaned out. Honestly, I think that'll really do it. Braxton are headed out in this dump truck to dump this load of dirt at that tile of ours that washed out. I ran out of places to dig with the excavator, so I'm just taking some dirt since we got excess dirt out there.